Today, I want to tell you 2 reasons why you should care about social justice. So there's an old saying that I believe to be true, and it goes like this. If you are ever on a date with someone and that person is rude to the waiter, then that is a rude person. It doesn't matter how they treat you on the date. It matters what type of person they really are. And sooner or later, you're going to see who they are for yourself. It's with that context in mind that I want to talk to you today about why you should care about social justice. I give you 2 reasons. First reason, if someone is rude to someone they think is beneath them, it's just a matter of time before they are rude to you. Regardless of the way they're treating you now, take a look at their character. Character is determined by lots of factors, and one of the factors is how they treat people they think is beneath them. Now, we know that whether someone works at a restaurant or whether someone is a doctor, no one is better than anyone else. However, some people seem to think that they are above others. This is not right. So why should you care about social justice? Because first of all, it's just a matter of time before they start to treat you the way they're treating this other person that they think is beneath them. So why should you care about politicians or police officers that abuse their power? Because if they're willing to do it with people that they think they can get away with it, it's just a matter of time before it happens to you. You are next. So while you sit back and you think to yourself, hey, I'm not a part of that group. I'm not a part of this group. I would never be treated this way by such and such politician. I would never be treated that way by such and such police department. I got news for you. If they'll do it to someone they think they can get away with, they will do it to you. So, what's the second reason? The second reason I think is even more important. And I want to share with you a set of scriptures that comes from Matthew chapter 25. We're going to pick this up in verse 31. Jesus tells the parable of the sheep and the goats. Jesus says, when the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne, and the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. He will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, come, you who are blessed by my Father. Take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Then the righteous will say, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needing clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you? The king will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Then he will say to those on his left, depart from me, you who are cursed, into eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, and you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison, and you did not look after me. They also will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you? He will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. then they will go away to eternal punishment, but the righteous to eternal life. So what's the second reason that you should care about social justice? What's the second reason that you should care about how people are treated? Because you're going to be judged on it. According to this parable that Jesus tells, one of the criteria for judgment is how you treat other people. How are you treating people? That's what's going to matter. So, the two reasons that you should care about social justice: one, it's just a matter of time before you are treated the same way that these disaffected groups, that these minorities, that these people who are considered less than are treated. And the second reason you should care about social justice is because you will be judged the way you treat people. Jesus takes it so personally that whatever you do to one of the least of these brothers and sisters of his, it's the exact same as if you did it to Jesus himself. So, I encourage you, I invite you to keep that in mind when you interact with people. Also, if you have examples of how you've been treated that you want to share, feel free to put those down in the comments below. If you want more information like this, if you want more topics that regarding social justice and how they relate to the Bible, if you want to know more about Jesus, I invite you to subscribe. But either way, please keep in mind all the issues regarding social justice. It's in your best interest to care.